you invest any of your money into a meme coin, I hope you understand you probably will be scammed. It's not saying you deserve it, but you probably will be, so do with that information as you will. Because he has nothing but a children's audience watching him, so he's going to continue to do whatever makes his children's audience happy, not understanding that he's a grown man. Hey, you're a grown man and you're making sexually explicit content for people that are underage and promoting it. How do you feel about that? And your response to that is business? You probably shouldn't be allowed in business because you are a disturbed. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you know me, you know who I am. If you don't, my name is Trey Fab. I'm a React content creator. I like to make different React content, whether that be to basketball, modern NBA, or different NBA creators. I also like to make content on drama, TikTok, YouTube nonsense. So if you like brain rot, I'm the guy for you. And if you like basketball insight, I'm the guy for you. So with that being said, today, we're going to be reacting to the Internet Anarchist, the deserved end of Jack Doherty. Okay, I'm back. I'm actually back. I had a fun time at WrestleMania. As you guys can see, I got my belt behind my head. There it is. And yeah, it was a fun time. I might make like a small YouTube short. If you guys watch my YouTube shorts, I kind of uploaded a bunch of shit I was doing from Mania to stuff I was doing with my wife. So there's that. And I'm probably going to upload a video of me and her together trying different sodas. Just a little fun video, but I digress. Let's get this shit started. Okay. I'm glad that I have 195 subscribers. That makes me happy. Small time creator, but we're going slowly. We're going up. And I'm happy that every single one of you is part of this journey. So, speaking of a good journey uprise, let's talk about a downfall of Jack.
What happens after a creator has spent their entire career provoking, harassing, and belittling everyone around them? Do they, 1, eventually learn the error of their ways and become a better person, or 2...
Oh, no, this is Jack Doherty we're talking. Jack Doherty learning the error of his ways and becoming a mature adult? No. Impossible. You're speaking another language to him.
Lose everything they worked for and crash out in the most dramatic way possible. Unfortunately for Jack Doherty, it was the latter, as his never-ending thirst for notoriety has caused all of the people around him and his main sources of income to completely abandon him.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now. She just called the cops on me, packed all her shit, took her car. Everything. Insane.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be taking another look into the never-ending downfall of the internet's biggest clown, Jack Doherty, and how he has seemingly ended his career in the worst way possible. For those of you fortunate enough to not know who Jack Doherty is, he's the personification of everything wrong with IRL streaming and influencer culture, from building his career on being a public nuisance to glamorizing degeneracy by promoting OF models. Jack only cares about enriching himself, even if it's at the expense of others around him. These reckless pursuits often endangered not just himself, but everyone around him. One of the most recent examples was when he lost control of his McLaren while responding to stream chats on his phone.
And this is signs of a very extremely immature child. He's an adult, grown as adult too. He's 20-something. Okay? And this is why I'm like, I would never do some shit like this. First of all, you're in a supercar. Okay? And one thing you guys should know about cars, if you don't, especially supercars, you know, with their fucking suspension system, they're not able to handle weather like this at high speeds. It's extremely dangerous. So that's why you need to be extremely careful. So not only are you driving in the rain in a car that you probably shouldn't be driving in the rain with, but you're driving in the rain with a car you probably shouldn't be driving in the rain with while texting. Like this is the personification of a child's brain in a man's body, because he has nothing but a children's audience watching him, so he's going to continue to do whatever makes his children's audience happy, not understanding that he's a grown man.
No!
You'd think Jack would at least tone down his wild antics after such a traumatic event, but the publicity around the incident only encouraged him to take on more risky behaviors. Unfortunately for Jack, none of the controversy surrounding his career ever translate into meaningful engagement, as he's been caught viewbotting on more than one occasion.
The views, look at robot views. Okay, let's see Stable Ronaldo. Okay, let's see. Oh, Whoa, whoa, whoa.
As you'd imagine, Jack tried to hide the truth by calling his critics broke.
I see on Twitter everyone is saying I've been view-botting. I just got married today. I'm sorry that people add views to my stream and there's nothing I can do about it. Big whoop. And then everyone saying I don't have a lot of chatters on my Twitch thing. It's because I have a deal with party.com. So I tell everyone to chat in the party.com chat because that's the only chat I read. So everyone knows not to look at the Twitch chat and go to the party chat. But I got married today. Fudge all the haters. You guys are broke at the end of the day. So you guys...
Again, I'm a small-time creator, right? So engagement to me, any type of engagement, I'm down for. If you guys hate me, okay, bet. Let me know. If you guys like me, bet. Let me know. But one thing I will not understand or not want is like view botting. It doesn't help me. It would only hurt me because I would get a bunch of views on a video, but then what's the point? Let's say I get like 10 million views on a video. If I'm sitting still at 195 subscribers, which I'm grateful for every single one, by the way. But if my videos view botted to like 1 million views and I got 195 subscribers, that's not helping me grow. If anything, the YouTube algorithm's going to pick that up and say, oh, you got 1 million views on this video, but no one's subscribing to you. So maybe you're just a one-hit wonder, dog. So we're going to stop pushing your content to other people because even though my videos, they get okay views, right? I say on average 30 to 50. That's my average videos. My average good videos is 75 to 100, and then anything over 100 is really good. Anything under like 20, I say, is probably not the best. But, you know, my videos go up and down as far as views go. But they usually stay in that range of like 30 to 100, stays around there each video. But it's pushed out to different people. It gets pushed out to my subscribers, and sometimes it gets pushed out to new people who watch my content, who like my content, and watch me. And that's what I want. I want people to watch me because they like me, they grow with me, and we build this together. I would hate to get my shit view-botted because that means that YouTube's going to stop pushing my shit because it's obvious nobody wants to follow me. So I don't know why he would view-bot at all. It doesn't help you. Like, you're big enough. Your name is big enough. Maybe you don't have 30,000 people watching you, Jack, but you probably got 5. So let the 5 grow to 6. Let the 6 grow to 7. But he doesn't care about that. Why? Because he cares about two things. One, he only cares about clout. So it doesn't really matter to him if he has 5 or 6. It's not enough. It's never going to be enough. He needs more. So he's going to view bot. And 2, I think he realizes he has nothing to offer. Like with me, I have React content right now. But if you guys watch my YouTube shorts, you'll see that I'll upload things such as just random rants about stuff I find interesting, like wrestling. You'll see random things that I do with my wife. Like I said, later today, I'm going to be uploading a video of me and my wife trying different sodas from around the world. Not actually from around the world. Trust me, we're not. We ain't got money like that. It was just a store that was giving out different sodas from around the world. So I'm going to upload that for you guys to see. I want to try to make IRL content that's more wholesome and fun to watch and less, hey guys, watch me commit crimes for the LOLs. And yeah, there's a lot of shit I want to do. And the more followers I get, and the more I'm able to do so, the more I'm gonna do. But he doesn't have ideas like that. He doesn't care to think about what I just said. He doesn't care to think of what is something I can do for my fan base to get them more interested in me, to get them more interested in my life. He just cares about what is something I can do for me that's gonna, get me the fastest money in the quickest way. He doesn't care about content. He cares about himself. He cares about making himself look cool because even though he's grown, he's still got a child's brain, like we talked about before.
You guys really can't be talking.
From Jack's perspective, it didn't matter what he was doing as long as it made him money, and he was even willing to scam his fans to make a quick buck. By the 22nd of November 2024, Jack started a Twitter livestream captioned "Buying Meme Coins Live," in which he desperately tried to hide the fact that he was about to promote his own meme coin.
Whoever gets the ticker symbol right of what I'm getting, of what coin I'm about to buy, it's one of my most viral moments, guys, so I'm about to show y'all what it is. I'm about to put a bag in it, and I'm excited, guys. I'm excited.
When Jack finally decided to pick a coin, his intentions became very obvious. Not only was the coin created an hour before the live stream, but its title was a direct reference to one of Jack's other viral moments.
This is the coin I'm about to buy. Right here, baby. I'm buying McLaren coin. All right, let's go. I just bought 5 soul. I just bought 5 soul worth. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Once users began to buy in, Jack stopped engaging with the chat and ended the stream right before he rug pulled his fans.
Yeah, no, let me first of all, Jack's a piece of shit. Oh my god, guys, we're doing it. If you're a fan of me, you know what we're about to do. If you're not, then, you know, we're about to pull out a notepad. We're about to pull out Notepad. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, look, right? When it comes to this shit, when it comes to Jack Doherty, when it comes to meme coins in general, I'm not saying you should be scammed. I'm not saying anyone should be scammed. No one should be scammed. But if you go into any meme coin, whether it's Hawk to a coin, Hawk to a scam on that thing, I'm going to coin that. Or it's Jack Doherty's coin, it doesn't matter. If you invest any of your money into a meme coin, I hope you understand you probably will be scammed. It's not saying you deserve it, but you probably will be. So do with that information as you will. So with that being said, here's why you probably will be scammed. Because a meme coin has no value unless value is put into it. It's different from, like, let's talk about a Walmart stock, right? People buy into Walmart stock. Why? Because Walmart has products to offer. The more popular Walmart is, the more it goes up, the more people buy into it. Now, people could sell off their stock, it'll cause Walmart to dip, but the thing with Walmart is they have a constant flow of products. They have a constant flow of business. So if that's the case, their stock just over time is going to generally rise back up, especially if they stay in business and they are a good business, which is what they are. So even if there's a sell-off, they're still going to go ahead and go back up. It's never going to be a sell-off and you're done. It's always going to come back up. Now let's talk about a meme coin. Why is a meme coin a scam? The reason a meme coin is a scam, it will always be a scam, is because there's no product. There's nothing. The only thing a meme coin is all you guys are pulling your money into one big pot. This is everybody's money. And you're hoping to pull that money out before the other guys do. You're hoping to pull it out at the right time, draining the bank, and you run away with the cash. But the problem will always be, is Jack, the creator of this coin, is always going to know when he's going to pull out. And most people don't pull out until it's big enough to where they feel like they should. And they don't pull out until they believe that the creator is going to do so themselves. It's pretty much, let's all put money in a bag, and then first person to take it gets the bag. But for some reason, people will put their money in this and think, oh, we all can share the bag. Doesn't happen. Never happens. That's why it's called a rug pull. Like, these should not exist at this point, but I'm telling you, please, okay? I jokingly will tell people to make, like, parlays and shit like that, but I even tell them myself, I don't make parlays like that. Every now and then I will. I don't gamble. I went to Vegas. I didn't spin a single slot. That's right. Trust me. My friends give me shit for it. How the fuck did you go to Vegas and not gamble? I just didn't. Now, maybe I could have made money. Maybe I probably wouldn't have. But I'm one of those people where I don't like throwing my money away. It's why the only thing I really like to do is parlays, because I believe I'm super educated as far as sports goes. But even with parlays, you're gambling, because I could be the best statistician there is when it comes to basketball information. It doesn't guarantee that the person is going to play that way that day. And I've lost in a couple parlays too, but I've only put on a small amount of money. But I don't tell people to gamble, because I'm against gambling. It's one of the things I don't like, even though I do parlay, so I guess I can't fully say I'm against gambling. But if you're going to do this, you might as well just gamble. I'm being so dead serious. If you're going to throw your money into a meme coin, gambling has the worst odds, but you have a better chance of literally just buying a lottery ticket. You have a better chance of doing that, of winning, by buying a lottery ticket than you do by putting your money into a meme coin. So if you guys put your money into a meme coin, understand this will happen. You'll put your money into the ball will get drained, and it won't be you holding the bag. It'll be Jack. Jack will have the bag, or have what's inside the bag, I should say. And yeah, you'll be left holding the bag, but the bag will be empty. So, little fun information about meme coins. Let's keep going.
Sadly, scamming his audience once wasn't enough for Jack, as he'd pull the same trick again the following day. By the time people began calling Jack out for his deplorable behavior, he'd make them hate him even more, with tweets that read, "It's funny how the people who have the least to show for themselves are always the first to comment on shit I be doing. Like, dog, focus on yourself before you start critiquing anything I do. Nothing will ever stop me. I'm mentally stronger than all of you low IQ Fs, who have so much to say about me. It wasn't apparent at that
Like, I don't get how, even if you're a child following Jack Doherty, like, this is who you like talking to you? He's belittling you. He thinks you're a low IQ broke fuck. That is what he's saying. You are low IQ, you have no money, you're broke, baby. Get your stacks up before you can get that flaps up. Like, what? Get your stacks up before you get your yaps up. I don't want to hear from you low IQ people. Like, that's what he's throwing out there, and you guys are cool with that? I don't understand that. I will never understand how someone, because projection is everything, as low IQ as Jack Doherty will continue to have, even though he's view bodying, will continue to have a decent sized audience. You know, I've watched his live, sadly, because I talked about Jack Doherty before. I watched his live, I've watched his videos. I'm gonna be honest with you, when Jack Doherty was just making bottle flip videos when he was younger, it was way more interesting. When he was just a kid trying to blow up on YouTube and doing bottle flip videos, that was more interesting from Jack Doherty than every single thing he's doing now.
moment, but Jack's statement about being unstoppable would be put to test in the coming months. For now, he ignored all the warning signs and continued with his usual degeneracy. Around the same time Jack was scamming his fans, someone else was scamming him, and he barely saw it coming.
I'm doing the meta, the Pythonat sub meta. You gift him 100 subs and then you get like 10K live viewers. And then he gets all excited about like $500, so whoop-de-doo. Sorry. I'll just run an ad right now and make it right back. Come on. No, I'm kidding. Guys, should I get them 1,000 subs right now, chat? Get them all going? Guys, should I give Pythonat should I give them 1,000 subscribers, chat, before I crash out on my McLaren? Kai said get another 100 if it's the real you.
After he had donated the subs, Kai completely disavowed Jack, and made it apparent that no reputable creator would ever associate with him.
Wait. So I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna live with Jack. We just finessed him out of 300.
This was a harsh reminder to Jack that money isn't going to make people overlook his horrible reputation, but that
Damn. You just got finessed. And he deserved it. He didn't get scammed. I don't like saying that because there was no contract. I don't like the idea of scam here. But if you want to say scam, I guess so. Hey, at the end of the day, he just said, Jack, if this is really you, send 100. Go ahead. And he did. He got fucking finessed. And you know what? He deserves it because all he does is scam people, lie, and make nonsensical content that no one cares to look at unless you're a young kid. So I don't know. I'm not mad at the fact that he got finessed whatsoever. I wouldn't even say he got scammed. He just got what he deserved. If you're going to put out this negative energy out there and do these disgusting acts and continue to be a nuisance to society, then I'm not going to feel bad for you when bad shit happens to you.
That didn't keep him from trying other ways of gaining positive public perception. On the 23rd of December, Jack tried to garner some goodwill and publicity by interviewing with the creator PackGod, but it only served to degrade his reputation further and expose him as a fraud.
So one thing that a lot of people were asking about that I'll just relay for you is your primary source of income. Where would you say you make the most amount of money on the internet? If you don't mind disclosing that. If you do, that's
I'm pretty sure you're digging for the answer. Not kidding, but obviously, it's not like so that's not known, but yeah, a decent amount of my money comes from OnlyFans management and that side of things, but also a decent chunk of it, my monthly income comes from my own stuff. I have a kick deal, I have a gambling deal, I have a YouTube channel and a bunch of other stuff, so I make enough money off just myself.
While the interview was only a few minutes long, it felt like an eternity for Jack, as PackGod constantly confronted him with the degenerate nature of his business and social media persona, something Jack was nowhere near ready to deal with.
A lot of people have, some fault with you promoting OnlyFans to young children. What would you say to these people who say that, that's an irresponsible thing to do? Making videos for young children with editing that's stylized for young children, and then at the end of these videos, what you're doing is promoting pornography. What do you say to that?
Business, dog. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, this is a disgusting answer. Like, you are a grown man. If someone asks you, hey, you're a grown man and you're making sexually explicit content for people that are underage and promoting it, how do you feel about that? And your response to that is business? You probably shouldn't be allowed in business because you are a disturbed, disgusting person. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. So I will never understand how people like this continue to even get the money they get. But hey, degenerate money finds degenerate people, so it's always going to be a thing, and he seems to be taking full advantage of that.
About it.
It's just business.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
No, okay, Jack, come on, man, come on. Just how about you just say it, but then stand by it. Just say it's just business, and then be like, it's just business. Just say just be like, look, I'm gonna promote.
It's just like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And
If Jack had any humanity left, this interview could have been a wake-up call, but it seemed he was too far gone. As 2024 drew to a close, so did whatever relevancy or respect Jack had left. One could argue Jack had no need for such things. However, they were only the first of many dominoes that fell before Jack lost the one thing he cared about most: money. By the start of 2025, Kick would reverse Jack's ban on the platform and give him another chance to be a better streamer. In response to the good news, Jack boasted about how his career was back on track and promised he'd be a different kind of streamer this time.
But I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna be too cocky. Just for the first week, just because everyone that didn't believe in me, man. But listen, I'm gonna be way more humble moving forward, and I'm never gonna f up again. I know I've said it a million times, but trust me, bro. It was an accident. What happened? What got me banned was an accident. Accidents happen, bro. That's why it's called an accident.
While there was a small chance Jack had actually changed, it was only a matter of time before he slipped back into his old ways. On the 19th of February 2025, Jack went live streaming with creator Joshua Block, and while everything was normal for the most part, things would take a turn for the worst when a random stream sniper decided to give him a taste of his own medicine.
Action, bro. Yeah. I think I like that. Well, you're getting chips everywhere. All right. Enough. Fucking bitch. Stupid fuck. Now what, bitch? Now what?
So I have two reactions to this. Obviously, if you guys don't know what's happening, because it's blurry, but I talked about this before. Jack and his crew jumped homie. I'm sorry, if someone hits you, you go handle that. And as for homie, if you're gonna take a swing on Jack, at least put a fucking yah into it, right? Put some force into it. What the fuck was... What was that? You got jumped by Jack and his crew. You got jumped by Jack and his homies full of lack of chromosomes, his chroma homies, and you just do... Come on, dog. What are we doing? Okay? If you got one shot to hit Jack and you feel like you're about to get jumped, you should have took a yeah. Hey, make it swing, dog. At least take Jack out, knock his ass out, and then if you still get jumped, you still get jumped, but at least you can say, hey, I knocked your ass out, though. But nah, you got jumped and you just hit him with the fucking yeah. Disappointed. And then, yeah, Jack, if someone hits you, why don't you go handle that? Also, before we start this video up, one thing I do want to point out is I have this theory. I have this theory about us as humans, funny enough. I think that the reason we mature so much is because most of us are not millionaires. Most of us are not even thousandaires. Most of us go through life struggling, okay? We all have struggles. We all have to get to where we're trying to get to. Now, some people have struggles that are way worse than others, and that is a fact. Trust me. I can say that I have a struggle right now with my life, making sure that, you know, my marriage is good, making sure that we have a good life together, going to school, making sure I work hard, that type of shit, right? But I'm not going to say my struggle is anywhere near someone's struggle. I don't even have to go extreme as, like, quote-unquote, someone homeless. I don't have to do that. I can say someone like a single mom. You know, I don't have to go that extreme. I could just say a single mom. My struggle is not even as close to a struggle as a single mother. But what I'm getting at with all this is I feel like our brains develop because they have to, because all of us, whether our struggle is really not as significant as someone else's, it's still a struggle, right? And our brain has to develop over time to really mature and get through these struggles, to learn, to develop, become an adult, become mature, you know? But I think, and this is my theory, I'm not no psychologist or nothing like that, this is my theory, is when you get a lot of money at a young age and you virtually just have no struggle, maybe you have the relationship shit like Jack does or whatever, but I'm just talking about real struggle. You know, like we all probably have been through, where it's like, oh, fuck, I gotta make sure I pass this test, because if this test doesn't get passed in this college class, I may not get the career that I'm looking to get that's gonna better my life. Or I gotta make sure I go to this job interview and nail it, because if I don't get this job, then I can't pay my bills. You guys get what I'm saying? Jack never faced any amount of struggle whatsoever, except, oh, my girl broke up with me, I guess. And he just got handed a shit ton of money as a child. Now, this is no excuse to Jack. I'm just saying it can kind of explain why his brain just kind of stopped developing at a young age. Because what's the point? What's the point of developing? Why would your brain need to develop if you already have, you're set? You got a shit ton of money, you're set, you got your life, you're fine. Like, why develop? Your brain, just like the body, just like everything, develops because there's a need to, right? It has to. But I mean, if you're rich and everything is handed to you, well, I mean, there's no need to. Why develop your brain? So, again, no excuse to Jack. He's a piece of shit. He's disgusting and a terrible fucking person. I'm just pointing out why he probably has the brain of a child, because he just stopped developing when he was a child, when he got handed his shit.
No. Dave, he's good, Dave. Dave, let him be.
We're good.
Even though Jack wasn't the first one to instigate the confrontation, he took it too far by retaliating like that with his bodyguard, a decision that Kick wasn't going to tolerate, as they immediately banned him for violating terms of service.
I think I just got banned on Kick. Oh my god, dog. I just got banned on Kick because yeah, I'm cooked, bro. How is that fair, guys? This is why I don't like Kick, bro. It's like...
You defended yourself.
Jack's impulse.
Also, not self-defense, okay? I want you guys to understand that, because what Jack did was a crime, okay? If someone comes up on you and fucking love taps you, in that moment, if you swing right then and hit them, that's self-defense. Even though it was a love tap, it's still self-defense. What are they doing, right? Proportionate, though. Because if you start wailing on him, yeah, now it's a crime. Now it's assault. If he love taps you and you knock his ass out, you're done. That's it. It's called proportionate response, okay? And then secondly, let's say he love taps you and runs away like he did. If you run after him, that is assault. It doesn't matter if you go up to him and you fucking, love tap him back. It doesn't matter. That's still assault. You can't do that. Just so you guys understand. You cannot do that. That is assault. I just want you guys to know that for future reference. You can't do that. It doesn't matter if you think it's fair. It doesn't matter if he's like, oh, then why the fuck is he touching me? Sure. If you guys really want to file an assault charge on him, you could. You could go report it. I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter if it was a fucking whale or if someone runs up to you and goes, yo. It is assault. If you run after them and start wailing on them, especially with your group of homies, that's assault. So yeah, no self-defense there.
Impulsive attitude had once again cost him everything, and when he tried to appeal the ban, Kick immediately rejected it, to which Jack responded with the following statement.
Fucking disruption? So all 200,000 followers are built on your fucking platform. Fuck you and lick my fucking balls, Eddie. Fuck you and all your Australian friends. They all suck dick. I'm sorry, you guys are a bunch of pussies. You're turning into Twitch, and you know what? Twitch is fucking better, because I'm actually live on Twitch right now, because it's not a fucking liberal-ass platform like you guys. I hope you the border as well.
After losing his most profitable streaming platform for the final time, Jack returned to his usual reckless stunts, hoping to regain some of his lost viewership, but it didn't turn out how he wanted.
You good? Holy shit.
Oh.
I like that. Jack, I like that. I love that. Listen, I think you should jump your bike like 50 times and land that way 50 times over again. Maybe your brain will start developing. Your brain will start developing like it should have when you were younger and start fixing the shit, huh? Keep doing it. For society. For your life, Jack. This is for your life and the betterment of your life. Keep doing those jumps. Please.
I'm done with that.
Oh.
Despite this stunt landing him in the hospital, Jack was completely unwilling to learn his lesson and explore safer or less damaging forms of content creation. Looking back at his career as a whole, the only time Jack has ever shown any consideration or remorse for his actions was when it affected his income. Sadly, Jack would have to be taught that lesson one more time before truly understanding that his actions have consequences. By the 25th of March 2025, Jack woke up to the news that his longtime girlfriend, McKinley, had not just broken up with him, but also called the police to assist her in reclaiming her things.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now. She just called the cops on me, packed all her shit, took her car, everything. Insane. Insane, bro.
In his panicked state, Jack revealed just how much this breakup would cost him financially.
I mean, like yesterday I told you guys we were gonna fight. Instead of talking to me, like, I thought everything was okay. Instead of talking to me, this bitch has been plotting the past 24 hours. She changed all of her passwords to all of her social media accounts that I blew the up because she's my fucking girlfriend. Like, and she just took, like, evil, bro. Evil. She just took 500 grand a month from me. Evil, bro. She's been plotting. She used me the past 2 years to fucking... I can't believe I'm so mad. This is like...
It's ironic how Jack is only just now realizing that money doesn't make people genuinely care about you. And even though it was too late for him to correct that mistake, he still tried to convince her to stay.
You wouldn't answer me. You called the cops before you fucking talked to your boyfriend? Are you kidding me? Like, how the fuck are you doing that? That's it, bro. That's all I did. Yeah, but I didn't. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. So you wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you fucking kidding me?
I feel like you were called here to, like, make sure he's not, like, all in her face. Like, what are you, just a glorified a glorified hall monitor? What are you doing at this point, dog? Like, you're not... I don't know. I'm not saying you need to obstruct him of his rights. I'm just saying you should be standing right here.
I was crashing out.
Right here, in between the two, and say, hey, say what you want to her. Whatever, you just can't be getting in her face. I'm going to stand right here, not just, oh, you know, I was called here to do one thing, make sure that he is keeping a distance from her. But I'm not going to do that. I'm a chill, bro. I'm chilling. I'm too fat to go up these stairs anyway. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Looking at one of the officers' body cam footage gives us a bit more insight on what really transpired between the two before the police got involved.
Because he put some stuff on her.
Yeah. He got violent with her last night. He put his hands on her. She came to my house. I'm an old friend of his. But she's right there in a different car, waiting. Yeah. If he were to see my car, it would have escalated things. So I hid here. She's there with her friend in a car in a Nissan that he's never seen before. So well, who's she and he and who are...
Okay, so that's also... You know, sometimes cops be pissing me off, dog. I be so for real with this shit. Jesus Christ, man. It's just common sense. I don't need to be a cop to understand this shit. I'm not saying Jack should have been arrested for domestic assault. We don't know if he did or didn't, right? All we know is that we have 2 witnesses that said it did happen. So what do we do moving forward? Okay, as my job... As a cop, what I should probably do is go, hey, y'all will open an investigation, see if there's evidence there. If there isn't, okay, we leave it be. We're not just going to arrest somebody because, you know, these 2 are saying it definitely did happen, but there's no marks, there's no evidence, there's no nothing, there's no I mean, Jack probably has cameras all over his crib. There's no footage, there's nothing at all, no videos. Okay, I'm not saying Jack should be arrested as much as I don't like the guy. Doesn't mean I think he should be arrested, especially if he didn't do something. But what I will say is that if someone is saying, yeah, my friend was assaulted by this guy, she wants to get her stuff from the house. Okay. At that point, you can investigate later. Figure that out later. Be like, all right, we'll open an investigation. We'll look into it. But for now, yeah, we can get your stuff. I'm going to stand in between you and the person you said assaulted you, because if they did do it before, I don't want to run the risk of them doing it again. But instead of doing that, this fucking cop is trailing Jack and her into the house. Like, this is a video about Jack, not cops, so I don't want to rant too long on this point, but that is just so annoying. One job, just stand between Jack and her, just in case he was violent, to make sure nothing pops off again. But you can't even do that. That is crazy.
McKinley? That's who the call is. Yes.
Apparently, Jack had threatened McKinley the previous day, and now that she was leaving, he tried to find any excuse to make her stay. While there isn't any footage of the said threats being made, Jack's comment about putting a quote hit on her friend leads us to believe that he did have some ill intent towards them.
Who's this bitch? Who is this evil friend in her life? I've never met this ever, but she pops out to help her move out of my house. put a hit on her.
Regardless of what initiated the breakup, Jack still tried to make himself look like the victim, but viewers weren't buying it and clowned him in the comment section, reading, "She's been planning this for a while, not just the last 24 hours. Toxic people have toxic relationships. She was a gold digger, but he's a jerk, so he had it coming."
This line right here, toxic people have toxic relationships. True. True. Okay, I'm not saying it just in case, you know, some people are watching me and you had a terrible person in your life that treated you terribly. I'm not saying that if you had a terrible person in your life and you were treated terribly, you deserved it or you're toxic. But what I am saying is that if you're a guy or a girl, it does not matter, and you have friends or exes, and you're telling me that all your friends treated you like shit, all your exes were toxic as shit, all the people in your life were toxic as shit, at some point you gotta go, am I a little toxic as shit? Look, positivity breeds positivity, toxicity breeds toxicity. So yeah, if you're looking all around your life and you have nothing but toxicity around you, and toxic people around you, it's maybe time to question your actions a little bit. And also, this is how you know toxic people have toxic relationships. I don't know if the internet anarchist is going to bring it up because there's only like 40 seconds left. He might, but just in case he doesn't, these two are back together, by the way. All this nonsense, all this drama, calling the cops, emptying her crib, she came back the very next day. So...
And no wonder why she broke up with you. Like, you call her names and never say sorry. You just buy her stuff. And of course she did grow up. Like, you're in your 20s, you're not 14 anymore, even though you act like it. Grow up. From alienating his closest friends, to losing his girlfriend, and to the hundreds of thousands of dollars she brought in every month, Jack is finally suffering the consequences of his self-centered approach to life. For a while, Jack assumed such a thing would never happen. But now that it did, he has no one to blame but himself. Throwing money at his problems could only get him so far, and when you factor in his current trajectory, it's only a matter of time before he has nothing left.
Damn. That is tough. But he deserves it. Oh, that was a good video by the internet anarchist though. I liked it. But until next time, friends, I need to go do some homework. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Listen, if you're new to my channel, I drop 3 drama videos a week, 3 basketball videos a week, usually every other day. I take 1 to 2 days off a week, depending on how much homework and stuff I gotta do. So if you like basketball, you like drama, I'm gonna have videos for you each week, you know? 3 a piece. So maybe you'll have 6 videos a week if you like both. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. I will see you later. Deuces. Peace out. Love ya. Mwah. Goodbye.